Do you want a family conflict resolution strategies PDF? I've got one for you. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, and education, all through the lens of the principles self-government. And in this video, we are talking about a free resource that can help your family. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about family conflict and what you might be struggling with right now or not wanting to have happen in your family, and then things that you can do to stop that conflict from happening and be able to have some resolution for your family. And then I've got that free PDF for you, that resource that I'm going to be giving you at the end of the video. There are multiple different reasons why people experience family conflict, but the number one reason is because the communication styles are different and there isn't a clear plan within the group for how the group is going to solve problems. If the family does not have shared skills for problem solving, then they will start to emotionally manipulate each other. They will have expectations in mind for how another person is going to process or receive their processing. Those expectations are not going to be met. People are going to start to get emotional when their expectations aren't met. This leads to assuming things about other people, and then sometimes even those assumptions can lead a person to start giving false information to somebody else in the group or the family, which can then create triangles in relationships and make it so that people, even though they're related, even though they love each other, they absolutely cannot get along. Now, this could happen with adults in families, but it can also happen with children in families. I don't know what you're dealing with in your family, but I'm going to give you some things that you can do to hopefully help be able to have conflict resolution in your family, no matter the age. It is so draining emotionally to anticipate going to a family party or gathering when you know that you don't get along with people there, or that they are going to say or do something that might be out of bounds, or maybe you're not even sure if you're going to do the same thing. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but have you thought, don't say that, don't say that? You've thought it, you've been offended, you've stewed on it, and then you've thought to yourself, don't say it. It's going to create a problem if you say it. And then you get there, and what do? You say it. And then it does do what you thought it would do, and it creates a problem. But then you think, well, is it my fault? But no, because that's what I felt, and I guess it came out into the open, or something like that. We all get entitled in our feelings, but the question really is, should we be able to pull back? Should we be able to choose the people, the other people, and the relationship that we want to have with those other people over our own feelings, frustrations, offense? Should we be able to do that? A mature person should be able to do that. There's actually a self-government skill for that. That self-government skill is accepting a no answer. Sometimes a person doesn't think the same way that you do. We would love it if everybody thought exactly the same, but they don't. And when that happens, especially in families, you have to say, well, they think differently than me. Can I be okay with that? Yes. Does everyone have to think the same as me for me to care about them? Hopefully the answer is no. Otherwise, you're going to have a very lonely existence in this world, right? So, am I okay with that person thinking differently than me? Yes. If they say something that I would not normally agree with, is it okay for me to just not say anything about it and drop the subject? Yes. Or is it okay for me to say something about it in a kind way to lead to more understanding, but certainly not judgment? If they're ready for it, the answer would be yes. If they're not ready for it, it's going to be a complete waste of time. There is a Bible verse that says something about don't cast your pearls before swine. I totally believe that. Don't cast your pearls before swine. If somebody is not ready, if they are not calm, if they haven't done their own inner work to be able to handle their side of a conflict, then you don't want to try to engage with mature conversation about a difference of opinions. Now that's your goal though. How do you get the group, whether they're younger or whether they're older, to get to a place where they can have those mature conversations, they can talk about a difference of opinion and accept a no answer when somebody doesn't think something exactly the same way that they do? How do you do that? Well, it all starts in the prep work, actually. I know that when we're right in the moment of conflict resolution, we want to know, okay, what do I do first, next, next, next? And my PDF is going to go into all the details about what to do right in the minute. But what I'd like to tell you right now in this video is what you do ahead of time. Have you taken the time as a family to say, what type of a family do we even want to be and want to have? How do we want it to feel? Let's pretend we haven't had any conflicts. If we could get our wish to come true, what would we want it to feel like? 20 years from now in the future as a family? What would we want those gatherings to be like, those conversations to be like? You've got to envision that as a family, and then in the moment say, okay, let's try to live that feeling each day. Okay, so that's going to be your gold standard, what you're holding to, and there's a lot more details we could go into about creating a good vision for your family, but you've got to have something that the family's working toward as a joint goal or plan as a group of people. Then you also have to establish, how are we going to conduct ourselves with each other? What responsibility do we have as a self-governed person? This channel is the Teaching Self-Government channel. So that means that all people, adults included, have to learn the skills and principles of self-government. Skills like how to accept a no answer, like we just talked about, how to follow instructions from others too, but from ourselves. If we don't want to behave badly, we've got to give ourselves an instruction for how to do something a better way and actually follow through with it. We also have to accept the consequences of our choices and actions, and that could also mean that we have to own up to those negative consequences. If we say or do the wrong thing, take responsibility, right? So there's a lot of humility that's involved. But when the family knows all the same skills of self-government, they know how to communicate and problem solve and correct a problem in a self-governed way, then suddenly everyone's on the same page. Now nobody's manipulating anymore. We remove manipulation. We remove that personal, emotional investment where people are taking things personally, and instead we insert the skills that we need for good communication and problem solving. Now, speaking of problem solving, there is a fantastic skill that I teach in my TSG parenting course. It's called the SOTAS exercise. SOTAS is a problem-solving exercise that helps develop the prefrontal cortex, but it also helps you work through what your options are in a certain situation and what all the disadvantages and advantages are to those options so that you can establish a solution that's actually going to be something that you want to use. Oftentimes when people create conflicts in families or they have miscommunications and disagreements, it's because they didn't take time ahead of time to think what their options were for how to solve their problem. They just dove right in with their emotions and started manipulating everybody in the room, and this separated the group from each other. So I would love for you to have more help to learn how to have this type of clear, effective, calm communication. Emphasis on calmness. That's one of our key steps that we need to work on. So go to teachselfgov.com/strategy. And that is where you will find the free PDF that I have for you that will help you right in the minute when you are having a conflict next.